What is going on, you guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome aboard for another World of Warship video on my channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 8 Japanese battlecruiser, that is the Amagi. So the Amagi, she is currently a battleship in World of Warships under the category, but she's really a battlecruiser. It even says it in the description that if you put your cursor over the ship, a battlecruiser designed with very powerful artillery. Though outclassed by other battleships of her time in terms of armor, Amagi was a great extent superior to them in terms of speed. Now, although it says that she is the superior ship when it comes to speed, that's not necessarily true in the Tier 8. The Tirpitz is actually slightly faster than the Amagi. But does that mean the Tirpitz is better than the Amagi? Well, it depends down to the style of play, because the Amagi is really good. If you haven't tried the Amagi yet and you're looking down the Japanese line, I can tell you right away, the Amagi is probably the best Japanese battleship to unlock, aside from the Yamato. But then again, if you think about it, the Yamato is going to take a lot of time to unlock, so the Amagi is not that far, I wouldn't say, because, you know, it's Tier 8. Tier 9 is going to be very tough for a lot of people who started with the Izumo. Izumo is a tough ship to play. I don't think she's really entirely bad. She's just difficult to play, and sometimes she's really horrible. But at the end of the day, I think the Izumo is not bad of a ship, considering that her frontal armor is quite powerful. But back to the Amagi. If you love the Kongo, if you love the Fuso, and if you love the Nagato, then you gotta love the Amagi, because the Amagi is a combination of those three ships that you have played before you hit the Amagi. So what makes her like a Kongo? The Kongo was originally a battle cruiser, so the Amagi inherits the fact that she is fast like the Kongo. Makes her like the Fuso? Well, if you just look at the Amagi, she has 5 gun turrets rather than 4 the traditional ways of playing, so you do have about 10 guns pointing at your enemy. What makes her like the Nagato? Well, she is a high tier, and she does have 16-inch guns like the Nagato. So all that good stuff that you get from the Nagato, Fuso, and Kongo is what you get on the Amagi. Now, her competitors are the Tirpitz and the North Carolina. How does she perform against those ships? Now, in my opinion, the Amagi, when it comes to, like, each ship have their own specialty, honestly, because, you know, the North Carolina has very powerful AA, solid horizontal armor on the deck. The Tirpitz is all around a very tanky ship. It exceeds any other battleship when it comes to close quarter engagement, mainly due to her armor, her fast reload speed, her fast turret traverse speed, and her torpedo armament, which is one of the biggest things that the Tirpitz has. What does the Amagi have? The Amagi has accuracy, and this is what makes her a powerhouse. When it comes to damage, the American's North Carolina does more damage than the Amagi per shell. The North Carolina does about 13,100 maximum damage, if I recall correctly. It says it right under the description. Yes, 13,100 damage at 23.3 kilometers maximum range. While the Amagi the Amagi has the same size guns, but the shells are different, obviously. Different nations have different type of shells. The Germans seem to have really good AP shell in the German cruiser line, so we noticed that. So for the Amagi, it is 12,600, and you're missing 500. In close beta, the Amagi actually did more damage per shell than the North Carolina, but Wargaming changed that to make her more balanced. So she does less damage per shell. Does that mean the North Carolina does a better job with doing damage? Not necessarily, and the biggest reason why is her dispersion. 211 meters with the accuracy upgrade on the ship. This is very big for the high tiers. One of the biggest drawbacks for having a triple gun set, which the North Carolina has, is really awesome to have a triple gun, let's be honest here. But the thing is that the dispersion is pretty bad at times, and I feel like the North Carolina is the least accurate battleship in her Tier 8 category. So with the Amagi, the more shells you land on the ship will actually impact more damage rather than the North Carolina. The only time the North Carolina damage can come into play better than the Amagi is around the 10 kilometer or 5 kilometer engagement range, where pretty much it is guaranteed to hit if you aim properly. With the Amagi, 10 to, I say 17 kilometer is a ideal distance for the Amagi. She just exceeds any other ship when it comes to doing damage at tier 8. just because of her accuracy. And this is kind of historically inaccurate because the North Carolina, the Americans have developed a advanced fire control system. The fire control system uses radar compared to the traditional optic and rangefinder. But in this game, the Japanese tend to have a very accurate battleship. But then again, the Tirpitz is accurate. But you gotta look at the fact that the Amagi has 16-inch guns. She has more guns than the Tirpitz, so she will output more damage than the Tirpitz unless the Tirpitz is shooting always, like every second. The Tirpitz continues shooting at the battleship that's showing a broadside, and she also hitting citadels. That's the only time the Tirpitz can out damage the Amagi. So the Amagi does have inferior armor compared to the North Carolina and the Tirpitz. So does that mean she's easily killed? Yes, she is easily killed if you show a broadside. What makes the Amagi brilliant compared to the Tirpitz in North Carolina? I mean, they also have that factor, but although she has thin armor, her frontal armor is quite powerful. So when you're angling your armor with the Amagi, you can definitely bounce a lot of shells off the deck. Not only that, the Amagi is a very thin ship. If you compare it to the North Carolina is slightly more wider, and the Tirpitz has a wide deck also. Just look how thick the Tirpitz is. Yeah, look at that. She has all these boats and secondaries. But the Amagi is a thin ship, so she is quite a tough target. Not the Atago. Where's the Amagi? Right here. So the Amagi, overall, I think the Amagi is probably really a reasonable ship to have, and she is really fun. Now, I should have done a video on the Amagi a long time ago, but I didn't. Now, is Amagi a actual ship in World War II? She was not actually a ship that was able to enter World War II due to a huge earthquake that hit Japan in the 1920s. It was called the Kanto earthquake. This was one of the worst earthquake, if not the biggest earthquake in Japanese history. Japan sits on a geographical ring of fire, so she's really on a fault line. That's why she is shaped like a nice, cool looking island right next to South Korea and China, due to the fact that she really obtains a lot of earthquake. I mean, that's where the tsunami come from. The name tsunami is Japanese. Tsunami is when it happens. What happens when the earthquake happens underwater, causes a big wave, and you get the tsunami. So the earthquake hurt the hull of the Amagi to a point that you had to rebuild the ship from ground up. The Japanese government decided to scrap the Amagi. It was not really worth to put money again on the Amagi, but they eventually built a better ship, which is the Yamato as we know it. So Amagi, although she didn't have a historical significance, she's one of the bandwagons with the battlecruiser line because the Germans and British at that time wanted to build battlecruisers rather than battleships since they're faster, do have big armaments, and do a lot of damage, and can deal with cruisers also since they have better armor than cruisers, just not as powerful as battleship when it comes to armor. Which is why the Tirpitz is quite an impressive ship because she's like a battleship and yet really fast. So Amagi, how would you really play her? To be honest with you guys, the Amagi might be the toughest ship to play out of the North Carolina and Tirpitz, mainly because you gotta do a lot of movement with left and right, dodging shells, try to avoid getting citadel. It's very key to knowing where you're going, knowing all your battleships and the enemy battleship, because when you know your enemy battleships are pointing at you, then you got a good idea how to angle your armor and where to proceed the fight. But at the end of the day, I think the Amagi will do more damage than any other ships, and I think she's probably the best battleship to deal with cruisers aside from the Tirpitz. In certain situations, the Tirpitz might do better than the Amagi when dealing with cruisers, but the Amagi has 16-inch guns, and I have many situations where I actually one-shot or two-shotted a cruisers a lot, and it's really easy because of her twin gun setup. The twin guns are just simply more accurate than the triple gun setup. But the triple gun will do better than the twin gun when it comes to being awesome and good looking and pretty much broadside, because that's what I can do with the triple gun is broadsiding a lot. The triple gun is better when it comes to frontal engagement, which I usually do on the North Carolina. I rarely use the dirt gun at the back, but the front you will have 6 guns rather than 4 guns on the Amagi. Other than that, the AA is really good. The secondaries plays like the Fuso, but better. I don't know what else to say, but let's try to get in the game and see how well the Amagi performs. Alrighty, guys, we are in the match with the Amagi, and we're playing on Two Brothers against the Colorado. New Mexico, and the Fuso. We're kind of short on one battleship, and they also have Amagi. Totally forgot the Amagi. So we're really short, but we do have a lot of destroyers, just by one extra. Same amount of what you call cruisers. Not that bad. This is the 2-flag domination. Not something I really enjoy playing, but let's make something happen. Why not? So this is the sharpest angle you can shoot, right around here with the Amagi. So it's kind of an angle, but that's the best you can do. Luckily, her rudder ship is not that bad. I don't want to go too deep yet. Actually, let's just go. We don't have a solid idea. Okay, the enemy Amagi goes to that side, so we gotta push hard on this side. Oh, that is not a stock New Mexico, is it? Yeah, she is stock. So she's gonna have some trouble when it comes to long-range engagement. Well, let's try getting into their get to their cap. It's not like I'm a slow ship, right? Did enemy team stack that side? Not sure. Alright, then we got a Farragut. He's gonna help us escort. Spot. Okay, we spotted enemy Fuso, New Mexico. So this is their tier 6 ships on this side, and they're... where's the Colorado? I don't see the Colorado. Fire first salvo. Test shot. Give us a good idea how fast this Fuso is going. And he's not going that fast, is he? No, he's not. 1,260 damage. Let's see. Cut the speed here. This is like the ideal distance I want to fight at. Fuso retaliating. This is gonna come at an angle. Fire the New Mexico since he's showing a broadside. Why not? Angle my armor. Let's see. 1,260. Where did they come up with these numbers? That was just flat broadside. Now then again, the New Mexico has really nice armor. So, what do I expect? Where is this Fuso going? He's at a slight angle. Alright, let's fire the Fuso. Let's lead. Last time these shots were way too ahead of the Fuso. That's pretty tight. We got some hits. I full broadside on New Mexico. Well, not necessarily full, but the rest of them have salvo. 4,000 damage. Something's working. Huh. We're like working on the front side with the Fuso and the back side with the New Mexico. Let's try to get the back side on the Fuso also. New Mexico fired at me. Did he? Yeah, he did. $2,000 damage. The damage is not there, but I'm not in the ideal distance to engage because there is a destroyer right there. Kind of want to show my broadside. Okay, New Mexico has really nice what we call concealment. He disappeared on me. Who's that on the side of Cleveland? Let's fire one at New Mexico. Try to handle two battleships. Oh, miss. Okay, let's try to work on the Cleveland here. I'm in range of being seriously set on fire. So let's try to decommission this Cleveland. Alright, waiting for all my guns to be loaded. Get ready to fire. Fire full broadside. Come on, you can make it. Oh, she turned. 6,000 damage. Something's coming out. Where's my other cruisers? Oh, Pensacola way back there. Farragut going for the cap. See, New Mexico is coming at an angle toward us. Huh, random guess. It's been a while since I played Battleship, guys, so I'm trying to judge how fast the New Mexico is going. There we go, 17,000 damage, 6 out of 10. That is very accurate. Now, New Mexico realized that. I fired at him. Let's go faster. So still at an angle. Okay. See which is the ideal target. Okay, Fuso. Full broadside on the Fuso. Trying to ram in the island here. $8,000 damage. Looking good. Things are going my way with the Amagi. I'm just a little concerned on people who helping me escort. It's a little hot here. They have one destroyer alive. Fubuki. Can't go wrong with the Fubuki, right? Let's see. Cleveland's coming at angle over here. Let's give it a shot. Come on, Citadel, Citadel. Oh, it's too short. Alright, we're gonna get in the brawling range. It is time to set the brawl. Reloading 11 seconds before my frontal turrets fully loaded. Loaded to take down these enemies. Come on, one of your battleships should show a broadside. Just one nice broadside. Ooh, so it is. Too much lead? There we go. 12,600 damage, one Citadel. I'm not taking that much damage, so we're going to play a little bit more aggressive. Feeling more confident. A lot of people don't have the sense of when to play aggressive and when to play passive. If you're dying too fast, then you're playing too aggressive. If you're dying... okay. If you're not doing that much damage, or you're still full health, then you play too passive. Try to finish off the Cleveland. I know, I should have shot at New Mexico. But there we go, we finished off the Cleveland. Any Amagi. He's showing broadside on me. I think he's aiming at me. No, he's aiming at the Cleveland. Our salvo is almost done loading. Amagi's gonna turn. Let's go for the New Mexico. Better target. Before he turns. Oh, I should have went for the Fuso. Too bad. 11,000 damage, I'll take it. Oh no, Pensacola, please don't ram me. Last thing I need to know is in Pensacola ramming me. Hope he knows as I'm here. Oh dude, that Amagi is still almost full health. I didn't get my third turret to shoot. We should put out the fire. We should put out the fire. Okay, who's a better target? Let's finish up New Mexico. One less thing to worry. I mean, finishing out a ship is better off, right? So they'll have less guns. Especially with the New Mexico, right? New Mexico has a lot of guns. It's probably gonna bounce, but that is a very tight dispersion. Oh, they're not gonna hit, actually. So disappointed. Sad panda face. We're going hot. Surprised I made it this far without losing that much HP. I'm a little concerned about the Amagi here. Don't wait for him to fire on me. Okay, he's not aiming at me. He's showing a broadside. Gotta take the moment of opportunity. He's not going that fast, so I'm gonna give it less lead. There we go. 7 out of 10. That's pretty good. I just noticed that Cleveland's been shooting at me. He's been missing a lot. He's been missing a lot. Oh, what happened? No, they stole our flag. Oh no, our game has been ruined. 96,000. This is why I really hate the 2 flag. I like the 3 flag or 4 flag, whatever you want to call it, way better than this. Well, that was a pretty solid game. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna keep it. So we're gonna get one more game with the Amagi and see what's gonna happen. Okay, you guys, we are playing on a different map this time. We're playing on Trap Domination. Now, thank the Lord, this is not a 2 flag domination type map. Some maps have 2 flags, some maps don't have 2 flag, but this map doesn't have 2 flag if I recall correctly. Never been a moment in my life since I played this map that there was 2 flags only. So hopefully the game would be not spoiled like the last game when I don't know who captured it, but I didn't notice. Even if I noticed, it didn't really matter. I was already halfway across the map, really. Although Amagi goes 30 knots, it's not a battleship's job to go back. Battleship's really one-way route, to be honest with you guys. If you never play Battleship, you probably know that battleships are one-way route. Once they're committed to a side, then going back is just being really obsolete for a long period of time. So we're gonna head this way. I like this Mahan. Yeah, this Mahan is very committed to sea. We are going 30 knots, so it's not that bad for me to go sea. If I was going like, 20 knots and go sea like the New Mexico, then you're better off going somewhere between B and A on this map, really. Even if you spawn on this map, unless for whatever reason you just decide to go sea. Sometimes it really works, sometimes it's not. It's just a really big gamble. But I recommend battleships to go B or A when you're going really slow, like a very slow battleship. But sea is kind of dangerous for battleships because a lot of destroyers and cruisers love to go there. And what I mean by cruisers dangerous is because some cruisers have torpedoes, just like you guys know, and they love to set battleships on fire. A lot of people think that battleship counter cruisers big time. Sometimes cruisers can do a devastating amount of damage on battleships. And that Mahan's pretty fast. He probably engaged the boost. Nuremberg is on my side, so he's gonna be really nice escort. In New Mexico, okay, New Mexico is moving. Alright, we got to see. Alright, Pensacola. Where are we going against? I totally forgot. We're going against North Carolina and Nagato, 2 New Mexicos. Not bad of a setup. There are 3 destroyers, so there's 3 chances that the destroyer might be C. But I pray there isn't, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be at least 1. Because the way the spawn works is they try to make a destroyer on each side, or equal battleships on each side. So battleships can have an idea where to go, or cruisers, or any ships, except carriers. Carriers are a little different, so there's not much carriers in the match, so you gotta take a random guess where the carrier is at. Alright, I'm assuming one of the destroyers is at B. Nothing's happening at C. I'm spotted. But we're gonna go B. 2 battleships are at B, whether that is the Nagato, and who is the other one? There was another battleship here. I don't see him. I think I should load HE, but looks like B is kind of covered. Admiral Hipper coming right around the corner. Gonna be very useful. Okay, we're not in range. Come on now. Somebody. North Carolina, at least. Where's North Carolina? Disappeared. Battleships need the smoke also, you know? So we can turn our broadside. Let's give it a shot. We got nothing to shoot at. Oh, New Mexico. Now we got something to shoot at. Oh, we actually hit something. We actually hit again. Okay, New Mexico. Okay, he disappeared. No, he's right there. Disappeared. Take on the Alba. Yeah, let's just take on the Alba. You're gonna beat yourself, my friend. Alright. Pray for a sit. Oh, didn't get the last salvo down. Good hits, 7,000. I'm just gonna wait for them to load. Where's that New Mexico? New Mexico is still right around the corner. Fired at the island. Oh, he's 13 kilometers. Let's try to go as fast as we can around the island. New Mexico is going fairly slow, so random guess. See how much lead I need. Test fire. Good hits, 8,000. New Mexico is about to fire. He did not fire at me, he fired at Admiral Hipper. North Carolina is right there, we spotted him finally. Let's finish up the Alba. New Mexico's at a hard angle. So Alba gonna go forward. Just gonna continue reversing. And wait for him to go forward. Okay, he's not going forward, just fire a salvo. New Mexico coming. See where this lands. There we go, Citadel. Fight the New Mexico here. Oh, New Mexico had an awesome battleship. Awesome. He wants to brawl. That's what I love. Love to brawl with battleships. North Carolina out in distance trying to shoot at me. That's not what I don't like. I don't like that at all. She's coming at me. Now, although New Mexico is a lower tier than me, like I said, the armor is still thin, so New Mexico can definitely citadel me all day. Hey, North Carolina fired at me again. Yes, he did. He's not doing so hot without dispersion at a long distance. Oh, let's get over this island before. Put the salvo down. Alright. Go full speed ahead. Good hits. 8,000. Almost 9,000. Pensacola right there. Okay, Pensacola time. Is that it? Is he firing HE? Yes, he is.
Our team has taken the lead.
Pensacola. Let's fire right there. Will it land? It hit something. 5,000 damage. 2 hits. Let's rotate the turrets. Let's go this way. We gotta go B really fast. It looks like I'm AFK. Admiral Hipper been taking all the damage. North Carolina still way out there. Let's put this one salvo before we rotate it all the way. Might be able to save this Admiral Hipper life. Nope. Okay. Stop for a second. There we go, we killed the Pensacola.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
This way, this way. Let's tell them on my way to B. Let's see, there's a Admiral Hipper, Atlanta at B. North Carolina is... Can't see the North Carolina. Okay, he disappeared. That's just great. Okay, he's right here. He's playing like an AFK. The mountain! Come on now! Not the mountain. Anything about the mountain. Come on! Magazine room! Hit that magazine room. Hit that magazine room. What? That's not too short. No way. Alright, we're going in on him, the North Carolina. He's not far from me, and we're gonna eliminate one of the biggest threats, a capital ship. Okay, where is he going? He's moving. $4,000 damage. He's still firing me with HE. Those other ships are pretty far away, so not that big of a concern. Light damage. He's trying to set me on fire. Okay, he's going forward slightly. 8,000 damage. Fire. Pray for a citadel. Pray for a citadel. 7,000 damage. I don't know what's going on with the North Carolina. He's like having trouble with his engine. Broken down. Firing. Citadel.
Bullseye.
Fire. That's very tight. That looks deadly right there, guys. Looking very deadly. 5,000. Let's cut the speed. I don't want to overextend the angle, so I kind of have an advantage here. Still firing HE on me. I'm not sure if he just free XP the ship, but he's not doing so hot. Ship on fire. Alright. New Mexico's turn. Don't get too cocky, New Mexico. Just because I'm a Japanese battleship with less armor than you doesn't mean that I can't win against you. Oh shoot. Maybe he can win. I missed that shot pretty badly. So New Mexico got a 34 seconds reload time. Did he fire all salvos? Yes, he did. Gonna make them bounce. Kind of. We got 34 seconds to shoot at him. Oh, Citadel, he's so screwed. This is what you really do a lot with Amagi. Left and right, front, back, front, back. Oh, got another Citadel, nice. There's the last ship. Oh, Nagato across the map. Let's say hello to our younger brother. Our youngest sister, to be more accurate, right? It's actually a pretty good game. I guess it's worth. We got Confederate. How many kills? Oh, we're about to unleash the Kraken. One of those two, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I guess it's Kraken. Sometimes I like to say Kraken. Kraken sounds cool. If we get to unleash the Kraken, I'd be happy because they replaced the Confederate flag with getting 5 kills in order to get that type of flag, and I hate that because kills doesn't really matter in this game. It's all about doing damage. Kills is just really securing the ship. I used to got a lot of Confederate flags until they used the got that whatever it's called to unleash the Kraken. And then again, when you get the Confederate flag, you get to raise your commander skills. Because it increases the amount of skills you get for your commander. Or XP, not skills. Get a whopping Citadel on her. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Doing about, what's it, 20-some thousand damage. Oh, good game. Let's see where we placed. Last game we did 96,000 damage, I think. This game we got 2 achievements, 8 citadels. That's a lot of citadels. That's how accurate. 182,000 damage. Every place. Top. Yep. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time on World of Warships.